What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do an unboxing and review and giveaway of the new Holographic Fontaine playing cards. So one of these decks I'm going to open up and review, and then the other one we're going to keep sealed and give away to one lucky viewer. So make sure you guys stay tuned to figure out how you guys can enter into that giveaway. And then, since we're mentioning holographic decks, make sure you guys check out my reviews for the Solid by Lotusinhand and the Holographic NOC deck. Two really awesome holographic decks. The link for that review that I did is going to be right up here, so make sure you guys go check that out if you guys are interested in either one of these decks as well. I will quickly touch base on these decks just to see how they compare to the Holographic Fontaines at the end of the video, but that's going to be a very quick comparison. So make sure you guys go check out that video if you guys want to see an in-depth comparison of the Solid by Lotusinhand and the Holographic NOCs. And another actually really cool holographic deck that recently released is the DKNG Rainbow Wheels, and I just did a review of that not too long ago, and the video for that is going to be again in this right hand corner. You'll see the pop-up, so make sure you guys go check that out. There are plenty of holographic decks that were released recently to choose from, so make sure you guys go check out all those review videos. That way you guys can figure out all the differences and figure out which one is best for you. Alright, now let's go ahead and get one of these bad boys open and check out the deck and the cards inside. And while I'm unboxing this deck, now is a good time for me to remind you to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way you guys don't miss out on my future videos and giveaways. It is free to subscribe, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying my content, so make sure you guys do that. You guys can turn on notifications, that way you don't miss out on any of my other videos and giveaways. And just like that, we have removed the outer cellophane, and so here on the deck we can see it says Holographic Edition across the top. It's got the typical Fontaine font and writing up in center, playing cards, and then we got the Fontaine F. And as you can see, the whole tuck here just covered in a holographic foil, and then on the back we have the iconic Fontaine two-way Fs. Here on the side it says distributed by Fontaine Cards, Los Angeles, California 90038. It's actually going to be made in the People's Republic of China, printed by the Legends Playing Card Co., which is actually very different from what Fontaine usually goes with. They usually do USPCC. There have been a couple of decks that they've printed outside of the USPCC, but a majority of their decks are printed by the USPCC, so kind of interesting to see that they've gone with Legends, again probably for the foiling capabilities. Same exact wording on this side as well. On top we see Fontaine, and then on the bottom it says one of 15,000 first edition holographic, thefontainecards.com, designed by Zach Mueller. So pretty standard tuck case here from Fontaine. The font, the wording, everything is pretty much the same, except for the fact that everything is holographic foil to match the deck inside. That is the look at the tuck case. No seal here, which is pretty much on par with Fontaine. And let's go ahead and get these open. Nothing real special here. Again, we got the holographic foiling on the inside and the plain white tuck case. Alright, so here is the back design. Again, we mentioned that this is printed by Legends Playing Card Co., which it actually does not worry me. Legends has a lot of really good feeling decks out there. Hopefully this deck is no exception, but you can see really nice foiling. If you get real close, you can kind of see the little air pockets on the deck. See that texture there. And we got the classic Fontaine F. I've seen some pictures online where they have some alignment issues on the borders and stuff. This deck actually looks pretty good. I haven't seen a whole lot of alignment issues from Legends, and this deck actually looks pretty good. I've seen some online that don't look this good, but it looks like I got pretty lucky here with pretty good alignment on the borders of these decks. Moving on to the front of the deck here, so we have that first ad card. This is done holographic foil, Fontaine Cards Center for Cardistry Exploration, and then we got the address there. So pretty standard. Comes with all the Fontaine decks. Nice holographic ink. And then we have two of them actually. So if I remember correctly, that usually is not the case with some of the Fontaines that I've had recently. We get two of these identical ad cards for the Center of Cardistry Exploration. So pretty cool. Maybe these are actually the Jokers. So no ad cards this time. We just have 2 of these in place of the jokers, or I guess these are the jokers, whichever way you want to look at it. There aren't any extra jokers or ad cards. We just have these 2 cards, which I'm going to say are the jokers in this case. And then we come to the Ace of Spades, and then yeah, this is a very classic Fontaine Ace of Spades. Usually just has, like, you know, the color of the Fontaine deck. Here it's done in that holographic ink again, so matching that theme of the deck. Looks pretty nice. Can't complain about the holographic foil there. And now we have standard US PCC, you know, pips and faces. It looks like court cards are going to be the same as well on the spades. Going to the diamonds here. Kind of disappointed. Your standard court cards, no holographic foil anywhere else on the faces. It looks like, which yeah is kind of disappointing. I mean, I don't know. It's a $15 deck, right? At retail is $15, so I guess that was kind of to be expected. Looks like we have a little bit of bleed here off of the back. Oh, and then another thing I want to point out that people pointed out online, you can see how there's like the Fontaine F from the back that's kind of like imprinted on the face. You can kind of see it's like the design's kind of coming through. It's imprinted there on the face, and I believe that's just due to the hot foil process. We're getting the foiling on the back, the holographic foil, and it just kind of leaves this imprint of the design on the front. I mean, to me, it's not really that big of a deal. You don't really see it unless like the light hits at the right angle. Can't really feel it. The card just feels flat. Can't really feel the imprint. It's just, you know, when the card is in the right angle and the light reflects off of it, that's when you see that imprinting. So not really that big of a deal. It's kind of a cool feature to me. Kind of a cool, like, extra added, you know, Fontaine F imprint. I don't know. Not that big of a deal, but I am a little bit disappointed that the faces don't have any foil on them at all, except for the Ace of Spades. Just plain standard US PCC faces and, you know, pips and everything. So kind of reminds me of the solid deck by Lotusinhand, because the solid deck was like that as well, where it didn't really have foiling on the faces, and it just had like plain courts and faces on the front. So a little bit disappointed there, but I mean, $15 at retail, can't really complain a whole lot. Still getting, you know, full holographic backs for that and the holographic tuck. So that's not terrible for $15 retail. The stock, it actually feels, wow, that feels so soft. I wish you guys could feel this. It's so soft. I don't know exactly what stock or finish they use, but it just feels really nice and soft. For like cardistry, it feels so good. Fanning wise, not great. It's a little clunky. I don't know why I'm having trouble fanning that. Yeah, so fanning wise, it's not all that smooth and slick. Let's see, the pressure fan does better. It's not great. Yeah, fanning wise, like if I'm trying to do like a thumb fan, you can see it doesn't spread very evenly. So it's not great. I would say handling wise, out of the 3 that closely resemble this deck the most, out of Solid and NOC and the Fontaines, this one probably handles the worst in terms of like fanning. Before we look at these other ones, real quick, let me see if we can figure out the cut of the cards. So we're going to ferrule them face down. Let's see if I can figure that out. That actually worked pretty slick. Okay. Let's try it the other way. Let's go face up into face up. And that feels gritty. Okay, so it feels like it is a traditionally cut deck of cards, which I am a fan of. It looks like it's, yeah, look at that. Traditionally cut. Nice. Okay, very cool. I am a fan of that. While we're here, giant van. Looks pretty, but again, not very smooth and even. But I mean, that's fine, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, so soft, so soft. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the holographic fontaines. If you guys didn't want to look at the video for the solids, I'll quickly go through it. The faces are standard faces, but the court cards are black and white, so no color on the court cards. No, Ace of Spades is very plain as well. So no holographic foil on the front. The holographic foil on the back is nice. You can see the texture is actually very different, like the way that they do their like air pockets or whatever. But it fans really nice though. Look at how nice that feels. This is printed by Dex playing cards out of, I think, Taiwan. The stock feels like a crushed stock, but it's not as soft as the Fontaines, the Holo Fontaines. But you can see how nice and even that spread is. I actually really like the stock on the solid deck because it feels really nice and it handles very smooth. And then moving on to the Holo NOCs, I think are going to be my favorite out of the three because of a combination of a couple different things. So the spades, the hearts and diamonds, all the red cards are done holographic, pips and everything, full holographic faces. And then the court cards on the black cards, I believe. Yeah, so the faces on the black cards, the faces on the black court cards. Wow, that's a mouthful. These are done in holographic foil as well. So like the spades and the club court cards will have, partial holographic foil, and then again, of course, the red cards, the hearts and the diamonds are going to have like the pips and the faces and everything in full holographic foil. In addition to the holographic foil on the back, I do like the fact that it's like, you get this like double border on the back as well, and these are marked for suit. So holographic NOCs, the most expensive out of the bunch, foiling on the front and backs. I think this is what separates them from everybody else. I love the fact that it's foiling on the front and the back, which is what I expect from like a luxury holographic deck, right? And the stock itself is not bad. Like you can see, it still fans pretty good. Not fan as good as the solid by Lotusinhand, but still pretty darn good and much better than the Holo Fontaines. As you can see, I can get a nice even thumb fan there, and then the stock feels really soft as well. So it definitely feels like a crushed stock, except it's not as soft as the Holo Fontaines. So hopefully you guys got all that. There's a lot going on there, but I'll quickly summarize. Holographic Fontaines, holographic back, got the Ace of Spades, that's hollow. Everything else is plain US PCC faces, no holographic foil whatsoever, and the stock is just absolutely like the softest stock I've ever freaking felt. So I do like that, but otherwise, holographic NOCs are my number one still. This is the top holo deck to get for me at the moment. But yeah, if I had to rate those, that's what I would say. I would say holographic Fontaines in third place, $15 retail a deck. Solid by Lotusinhand comes in second place. It's very close between second and first. This was about $20 a deck if I remember correctly. And then holographic NOCs, these are going to be in first place at the top of the list. This is the best holographic deck that you can get right now, in my opinion, and retailed for $25, although it is a little bit more expensive on the secondary market. But yeah, I think that's going to do it, guys. Look how nice that looks, by the way. I think that is going to do it for my review and comparison of the Fontaines, the Solid, and the NOCs. But yeah, that is all three decks. Oh, and then the giveaway for the Holo Fontaines. Let me know down below in the comment section which of these three you would like the most. You can rank them if you wanted to, just like I did, first, second, and third. But based on what I've told you about the stock and the feel and the smoothness and the faces of the cards, like, let me know what deck you guys think is the best out of these three, or you can just rank them if you want. If you feel like ranking them, let me know down below, guys. and then in 1 week I will pick a random commenter, and you guys will win the Holographic Fontaine deck. So that'll be for one of you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are staying safe, and hope to see you guys on my next video.